Bitcoin and ETH, number one, are very challenging to own because of the volatility. And people, I think, sometimes confuse the volatility with something changing or something happening, right? And yesterday, obviously, we had somebody come out and say the ETFs may get pushed out. That was bad news. But there's so much volatility embedded in these things. That's why you need a smaller position. That's why you have to be sort of comfortable with your trend view. All that is challenging. I think did it right this time, where I sold a little bit on the pop in one of them and then bought yesterday. But in light of that, I'll ask the question, John Adams, because I've been thinking about this as well. Thoughts on Bitcoin, Ethereum in light of the Quad 4 outlook the next 2 months?
Well, I mean, at some point it's going to, like I said it already, right? So the question should say, in light of your comments that it was last in and should be first out, you added it last and it should be first out, and you sold it at the top end of the range, Keith. What do you think in Quad 4? Well, you already know what the answer is. In Quad 4, we're going to get rid of it at some point. So there's no signal to do that yet. The other thing I'd say about the signal is just taking, and I'm glad that I stopped interrupting you because you had more value to add there on what I was going to say. I was just going to chirp somebody. But if you go back and you recall the call, like when Bitcoin was at the top end of the range, I had no idea why. I didn't care. So I asked Steiner, I said, well, why is this thing at the top end of my range? He's like, well, people are expecting this ETF to be approved and for the halving. I'm like, oh, okay. I'll have myself a sell signal and I'll sell some. I really don't care about the narrative. I've never cared about the narrative on these things. And nor do I care about the fact that that I'm going to sell this in Quad 4 but haven't not done it yet. I mean, it could be gone by tomorrow. I don't know. I mean, the signal's going to give me the answer on that. Silver. I should have mentioned this. Silver, yesterday I stopped myself out. Why? Because silver's trend is $23.40. It got below that. I have 34 asset allocations. I'm waiting for somebody to tell me to sell them, okay? I'm just waiting. It's like bad girlfriends, right? It's like, I just want you to, I'm not gonna say what was in my head, but just do it. Gone. That's the way it's gonna go. Hey there, Hedgeye Nation, or if you're not part of Hedgeye Nation, thanks for watching Hedgeye on YouTube. If you haven't already, make sure to click on the button below there. Subscribe to our YouTube page. You can also follow the link in the description to our website to get even more great investing content.